Welcome to another edition of LRMania Reviews, and happy May 19th to the wrestling fans. So, very special day, very memorable day for Kane, one of the most memorable storylines of all time. Yeah, right, horrible storyline, but it is a special occasion, and every single May 19th, I always have to go on YouTube and check out that promo for that horrible storyline. It so makes me laugh, really. It really always gets a big laugh out of me. I think that's actually... It was unintentionally funny, one of the many most ridiculous storylines of Kane's career. However, this video is going to be my predictions for two WWE shows that are coming up. The first is NXT Takeover Chicago, then of course the second is Backlash, which is a SmackDown exclusive show. So let's start off. Let's start off with Takeover. The reason I think they do it, they only do takeovers on. They don't do them in Orlando anymore, but they usually just do them on the big events, the big four events. But since the show's in Chicago, and Chicago has such a huge fan base and such a big market for wrestling, I think they figured they can probably sell out the arena twice in 2 nights. So I think that's the big draw to go into Chicago for 2 nights in a row. And the Chicago fans are very hot. This is going to be a very interesting show, Takeover. I think you're just going to see CM Punk chance the whole night, but they're inviting it. When you put Hideo Itami, you have him hit the go to sleep, which was CM Punk's finisher. I know he stole it from a time, but CM Punk really made that move famous. And they're teasing him hitting the go to sleep to pin Bobby Roode with it. They're asking for a CM Punk atmosphere. I don't know why. I guess they're fine with this. I guess Triple H is the guy who runs NXT. I guess he wants this. But, yeah. That's definitely a lot of intrigue. It does add fan interest to make people want to go see the show, to see if, they're going to have someone had to go to sleep to win the title, kind of being one of the most memorable moments in wrestling the last several years when CM Punk had to go to sleep on John Cena and that Money in the Bank to win the championship in Chicago and ran off with the belt. So, that's the big draw to the show. The opening show is I think the UK Championship will probably open the show, but to go fair on how the match listings are, let's start off with the first non-title match, which is going to be Roderick Strong against Eric Young. I think Roderick Strong takes this. Roderick Strong, I've always found him very boring. Up until these last few weeks when they've been showing who he is, they've been going into his personal life, how he grew up. He had an incident where his mother accidentally shot his father or something. They show him having his new kid with his wife or his girl, and I think they're really trying to get this guy over. I think the reason they're doing that, I think they have a lot invested him in NXT. I think they want to make him one of the big faces of NXT. I think he might be the one who beats Bobby Roode finally. So I think that's the big thing with Roderick Strong, and I think he's going to beat Eric Young here. I think Strong wins. I think Roddy wins. I think you might even see, Sanity fuck up. Maybe that leads to some dissension. I don't know, but I think Sanity will inadvertently cost Eric Young the match. So I'm going with Roddy here. The UK Championship, Tyler Bate against Pete Dunne. So this match, I'll be honest, I do not follow the UK special. It's not for me. It's simply just done for the huge UK audience, which is a gigantic market. I'm going to go with Tyler Bate to retain the title, and I think I don't think it hasn't been around that long, so I think it's too early to take the ball off him. Then we go to the match I'm most looking forward to by far on the show. I think this match is going to be great. The tag team titles in a ladder match. Authors of Pain against DIY. Oh man, this is hard. I really want to see DIY win, but I'm not sure. These two have been having some great matches. They had a very good match at the Toronto show. They had a great match, which also included a revival in the Triple Threat Elimination match in Orlando. They had the match of the night by far, in my opinion. I thought that match was great. Here, a ladder match, we'll see if they might hold them back a bit, but I think this has the potential to be really great. I'm really looking forward to this. And the thing I thought, maybe they're doing this to use this as a way to protect the Authors of Pain, to keep this rivalry going. Because who else would you have in the tag team division that's really, a big threat to the Authors of Pain? I think the reason they're doing this is so they don't beat the Authors of Pain. You lose a ladder match, it's nothing. It doesn't hurt you losing. You got pinned in the middle of the ring. It does hurt. So I think that's the reason. I think the Authors of Pain will probably regain the tag team titles in Brooklyn. Takeover Brooklyn 3, which was a big show, so I think the Authors of Pain will get the belts back. But I'm going to go with DIY. I think we see new tag team champs tonight, and I think of all the title changes, this is probably the one that's most likely. So the co-main event. Asuka defends her title against Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott. I'm not a big fan of Ruby Riott, not a big fan of Nikki Cross, so I don't really like either of them. Asuka's going to win this for sure. I can't see Asuka losing. The only way I thought she would lose is when this was a fatal 4-way. It also involved Ember Moon. They might do it like that, but in a triple threat, Asuka's not going to lose this. I think, not to jump ahead again, when they go back to Brooklyn for the third show in Brooklyn, I think you're going to have Ember Moon. I think, as they should, I think Ember Moon should be the one to beat Asuka. I think they've built up Ember Moon well, and I think at Brooklyn 3, she should be the one to pin Asuka with the Eclipse and win the title. That's how I think it should go. Main event, Bobby Roode against Hideo Itami in CM Punk's hometown, in which it's going to be filled with CM Punk chants. WWE is, I think, they're prepared for this, so CM Punk all night. I don't think Itami's going to win. He's going to be massively over, but I think Roode's going to take it. I think Roode, we'll see if they actually have Roode kick out of the GTS. That would be such a heat magnet. That'd be funny. One of the I'll get to this after I finish this prediction, but I want to go with Roode to win. I think he just won the belt in San Antonio. I think he's going to retain the title here. I don't think they're ready to take the belt off of him. I think he'll win cleanly. And Hideo, ever since his injury, he hasn't looked that good. He had a match earlier at Roderick Strong on NXT. It wasn't very good. I don't know if these injuries have just killed him, but I don't think they can trust him to stay healthy. And I think that killed Hideo Itami was the return of when WWE signed Nakamura. I can't see them pushing two huge Japanese stars at the same time, and Nakamura has so much more potential than Itami. So that hurt Kenta. I'm going to go with Bobby Roode to retain the title here at Chicago. And one thing I've always hated WWE for, whenever they go back to Chicago, how the fuck have you not had, when you had a chance when he was under contract, had a bad news Barrett, you have CM Punk's theme song playing, then all of a sudden you hear, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. I'm so pissed off they didn't do that. And they missed a lot. They missed a huge opportunity there. That really sucks. They never pulled that off. I thought that would have been hilarious. Or maybe another. I remember there was this meme when you had CM Punk. How he used to wear a sweater in his last few months before he left. I thought you could have had Bad News Barrett in the CM Punk sweater with the hood on, and then when he turns around, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. I thought that would have been I'm disappointed they never did that. So let's talk about the other show in Chicago the night after, WWE Backlash, which is a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view, and this show is being built around Shinsuke Nakamura. This is the Nakamura show. He's on the poster, he's on the commercials. The whole show's being built around the biggest star on this show, which is Nakamura. It's his wrestling debut, his first debut in the ring. He's going up against Dolph Ziggler, and they have no reason not to steal the show and have the match of the night. I'm really hoping to have a great match here. So let's start off with, I guess, you know what? Let's start off with the pre-show match, a match no one cares about. Ty Dillinger against Aiden English. Ty Dillinger will win. I like Dillinger, but I don't know if he's going to be a big star. Aiden English, he'll cry after the match. I think that Aiden English thing, that might be a rib on Mauro Ranallo. All that breaking down, I don't know. But I think Dillinger takes that easy. Now let's go to the show. The main card. We have Luke Harper against Eric Rowan. I'm not sure about this. I'm thinking Harper, but I'm afraid Rowan's going to win. I think they might want to make this a long feud and have Rowan take the first one and Luke will win the second one. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to have to go Eric Rowan here. I think Rowan's going to win this match. Then we go to Baron Corbin and Sami Zayn. This is very interesting. It's WWE. They love Baron Corbin. They want to make him the next Roman Reigns. He's going to be the SmackDown version of Roman Reigns very soon. I think he sucks, in my opinion. I think he's clunky. I'm not a big Baron Corbin fan at all, but they could do something, because I'm afraid Corbin's probably going to win Money in the Bank, so they might have Sami Zayn win this match. It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me if this is like a no DQ match, or ends in a no DQ, or a double count or something like that, but Sami Zayn could win on a fluke roll-up, so I'm going to go with Baron Corbin, though. I don't know. Maybe logically, I just can't see Sami Zayn winning, but I'm going to go with Corbin. Then the match everyone wants to see. Shinsuke Nakamura against Dolph Ziggler in the real main event. I hope this goes on last. This is going to be this should be a match of the night. They could have a match of the year here. Nakamura will win, in my opinion. I hope he wins. I think if Ziggler wins, I think that'd just be such a travesty. If Nakamura wins, hopefully they have a match of the year here. And I think, I'm sure Nakamura will have a big entrance. It's its in-ring debut. They'll probably have a lot of time. They might just, the thing is, if you put them on the middle of the show, they're going to have such a great match, it might just suck the energy out of the crowd, and everything else kind of falls flat. I've seen it happen so many times in WWE shows when they have such a great match in the middle, and nothing else can follow it. That does happen a lot. Or, you can have it as the main event. That's what people want to see. Nakamura is the star of the show. He is, this show is about Nakamura. I'm going to go with Nakamura to win this match. I think this can help Ziggler a lot. I think Ziggler is someone who is stale as fuck on the main roster. And I think a match like this can really revitalize his career, especially if he has a killer match. But then again, he's a loser, so maybe not. Then we go to the 6-women's tag, which is Naomi, Charlotte, and Becky against Natalya, Carmella, and Tamina. I'm going to go with the heels here. I think the heels take this. I think Charlotte and Naomi will have dissension in this match. They'll set up their match for the Money in the Bank show. I think that Charlotte inadvertently causes the match, or Naomi does. I think Becky will probably be the one to take the pin. I think the heels, the baby faces, fuck up, and the heels win after, there's tension within the faces, and then that'll stop Charlotte and Naomi. Kevin Owens and AJ Styles. Actually, let's go to the tag match first. Usos against Tyler Breeze and Fandango. I hope Breezango wins, the Fashion Police, whatever the hell you want to call them. I hope they win. Can't see them winning. I'm going to have to go with the Usos to retain the tag titles here. I think they win, and I'd like to see new tag champs. I've been enjoying them. I really like the Fashion Police gimmick, the whole Law and Order parody. I think that's really funny, but I'm going to go with the Usos. Then we go to the match. It'll probably be the second best match of the night. Kevin Owens and AJ Styles. This might not be a great match as people expect, because I'm afraid this is going to be a long... I want to see a long-term rivalry, but I think this is the first match. I may hold back a bit. And I think you'll see, you won't see them, completely tear the house down yet, because I think the whole show, I think WWE is going to want the focus to be about Shinsuke Nakamura. So, I don't know if they'll let them, go out there and just absolutely tear it down, but they'll still have a very good match. I think Owens wins. I think Owens will win in a heelish way. He'll cheat. Maybe he uses the title, but he'll cheat. And I think Kevin Owens wins, and I think this feud will be an extended feud, as it should be. So I'm going to go with Kevin Owens to retain the title here. And now, the main event, one of the most controversial main events in a while. Randy Orton against Jinder Mahal. I believe that we will see a new champion. I'm going to go with Jinder Mahal to win this match. He'll win in a heelish way. The other possibility is Rusev comes out and it causes a no contest, but I want Mahal to win because Orton is boring as fuck. I don't want to see Mahal as champ, but I think Orton is boring as fuck. I believe Mahal wins. He'll win in a heelish way. I don't believe it'll be a clean way, but I believe Mahal is going to see a new champ. They're really serious about, breaking into the market of India. There's 3 billion people in India. That's huge money for WWE. And I think they're going to do it here, and I think Mahal is going to get a push. I don't know if this will be a long title reign, but I'm going to go with him to win. I think we see a new champ. So those are my predictions for Backlash. We'll see the reaction in Chicago if Mahal wins the match. I think it would be a sight to see. And I think the fans might hijack this match. Randy Orton's made some Twitter comments. We'll see what happens, but it's going to be interesting to see if they actually have the balls to do it and they actually put the title on Jinder Mahal.